semje namge samba dan doye che doi che dawa che jon te moin de bai che ji ko lo go do so
Nammo Laye Kedam Lodan Nujine Ke Tubum Dada Mi Kenam Tang Rowa Kunjida Ke Zambar Tamje Kedo Dagi Chuten To Daja Ke Tamba Nyame Tupewambe Shabjidur Trimame Bala Gove Rabdu De Gosum Kupachimbe Chansarshing Japsu Chiwo Daja Ki Palden Lama Rida Jinkurjanzu Chabda Garden Tsongba Mebe Terchambu Chuke Shabjidur Trima Mebala Gove Rabdu De Gosum Kupachimbe Chansarshing Japsu Chiwo Daton Simjin Tamchiji Ju Chinji Labar Zedu Sol Palden Tsawe Lama Rimbo Che Dagi Chiurpeme Denjula Garden Chimbugone Je Zonde Kusung Tuji Ujup Tsardu Sol Wana Namkata Nyambe Simjen Tamchen Namchen Lanam Meba Yang Taba Zobe Sanjeje Kompanang Gobar Cha Te Chedu Talam Tambe Chesamun Chebala Chunimbe Kunhonda Kunchen Nambratabe Sentar Tela Kang Sembrasavi Chune Semjin Nipa Shiba Tiniji Korun Chebe Kapsupapa De Whatever the correct time for you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. So, greeting for you. And I'm very happy to see you all, actually, after quite some time. And as I was requested by Venerable Anila, and also all the Dhamma centers, everyone. I'm very happy to have this thing organized today. I don't know what you call this. I used to call this online, but then now there's a new name. Focus or something. Now I forgot, you call this something. Or what? Zoom. Yeah, Zoom. So I almost got it right. Focus, Zoom. Yes. So I'm very happy to manage this. Okay. Now get to the point. Power of mind. Okay. We have a body. We have our speech, voice, language. But without mind, body is very scary. And body without mind make a noise, it will be very scary. Okay? So body with a mind move, express, talk, then it is wonderful. We can communicate with each other. We are not afraid of each other. Body without mind, talk and move, we will be really scared and we cannot communicate. We have to run away or do something. So that way we have to recognize what is body, what is speech, what is mind. So when I talk like this, then I think you get it right away. Okay. Now, power of mind is what really we have. Our body is really, 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 really inferior material. You know, if you jump down the height of your body, unless you have many months and years of training, it will be very difficult to get up and walk away. You know, something will be twisted or something will be broken. Okay? And to jump up half height of your body is very difficult. Unless you are chased by a lion, then you can jump. Yes, special strength, you just get miraculously. That is because of your mind, you know. Your mind is so scared, so that it gives your body the strength to jump, maybe the height of your body up. Yes. So this way, mind is the most essential aspect of what we call I. Each one of you have a name, but that name is given to your body. And when your body is no more breathing, then they will say that such and such person is dead. And then that body will be buried somewhere, and they carve that name on the stone, and then they will put your name up there. Your mind, most important, have no name. You know, no name. And your mind continues, came from the past, goes into the future. And presently, it is changing day to day. Some days, when we are stressed, our body doesn't function very well. You know, when you are really stressed, somebody asks you to draw a real nice circle on a clean paper. You cannot. You will draw a circle which look like a pizza made by a cook for a training. So not even a circle. But when your mind is in correct state, calm, then you can draw a circle very easy. Who cannot draw a circle? You know, so like this. So mind is the most important thing. Now coming back to the present crisis. I call this crisis. It can be epidemic, it can be a pandemic, it can be war, it can be famine, it can be anything, natural disaster, anything. So this very difficult crisis time of crisis, a time of tragedy, then way you think is very important. How you think. Okay. Everybody always say, I am so busy, I can hardly be with my friend and family. Now, you manage to be with friend and family for months, you know, so this is good, okay? And of course, those people, those brothers and sisters who lost their loved ones, who have died, who are sick, so this is a real tragedy. Those who are living in quarantine it is not a tragedy. If you know how to relate to it, this is a real quality time. You stay in one place. You know, now this is Sunday. You know, this is Monday. You know, now the sun is rising. Now sun is setting. You know, every part of your everyday environment, you are aware. For many people, maybe this is for the first time in so many years. So it is not a tragedy for these people. For me, it is one of the retreat. I do retreat for months. I have done retreat that lasts for a year. And this is just over 3 months. So not even a quarter of one of my long retreat. So for me personally, this is wonderful. And also I managed to read certain texts that I wanted to read in between my sessions. I read them from cover to cover for the first time in so many years. And I managed to do such a good practice, satisfactory practice in so many years. Although I do retreat, still some people shows up. I don't see them, but I can feel their vibration. Of course, they are good people, so I feel the good vibration. But good vibration also disturbs my meditation vibration, you know. It is some kind of intrusion, and I don't mean to be negative. But here, nobody is coming here, no new and surprise vibration. So therefore, I'm with the same vibration for more than 3 months. And I feel good. That is my mind. My body, absolutely okay, because my mind is okay. And otherwise, I'm not very healthy person, as everybody know. But because my mind is happy, then my body is also healthy. Much healthier. I think you can see, much healthier in this past 3-4 months. And so what I'm telling you is, all of you, those who are feeling very uncomfortable about this lockdown or quarantine or whatever you call it, take this as a positive opportunity to calm down, settle down, and be with your friend, be with your family, or read your favorite book from cover to cover, and write something from beginning to end clearly, so on and so forth. And also, now there is so many new instruments. You can call your long lost friends and have a nice, wonderful get-together conversation, and make up for all those lost times with your friends. And so many things you can do nowadays. And those of you who are going to college and universities, lockdown should not affect you, because every telephone, every iPad, every laptop is a library, is a university, is a entire knowledge bank. So you can learn so many things just sitting in your room and sipping your coffee or whatever and enjoy learning. And it is not a bad time. It doesn't have to be a bad time. But it is only bad time for those who really contract this disease. So we should have compassion for them, and we should pray for them, and we should do whatever we can for them through whatever appropriate supports. And also I really admire the power of mind of those coronavirus warriors. You know, those doctors and nurses who go out into the field and work with the patients and help them, serve them, take care of them. So our prayers goes to them. They are practicing the power of the mind. We are at home and afraid. They are out there among the individuals who are already affected by the sickness and working with them. So that is very, very, very inspiring for me. At the same time, when we say power of the mind, okay. Now, we think of human being. Our body is so insignificant. Our speech, our voice is so insignificant. You know, how much we scream, nobody will get scared and run away, you know. A lion just breathe hard, we shiver, you know. So the power of speech that we have is very inferior. And for me, in order to talk to you, I need loudspeakers and all kinds of things. And right now, I have to have all these kind of things. And then now, the power of mind that which we have, which is superior to all living creatures that we know. You know, from heaven to hell, we, the human being's mind, is most powerful. Yes. And we explained heaven. We discovered heaven. We explained hell. We discovered hell. Who did discover the hell? Who did discover the heaven? It is human beings, right? So therefore, all the religions of this world who talk about Buddha, who talk about God, who talk about heaven, who talk about hell, everybody believes in it. All of that is of the human mind, by the human mind, for the human mind. It is not from anywhere else. And somebody heard something, yes, in a very mysterious way. But who is that? That is a human being. And a human being heard some mysterious voice, and then a great message it was, and then it was delivered, then great faith it became. So all of that is the power of the mind. Yes. So therefore, we have the power of mind as our essence. Okay? Now, think of what our mind have done. Because it is so abundant around us, we don't even notice. Now every one of us living in different part of the world in our house. You know, this so-called house is actually a replacement for cave. It is invented by human beings using the mind, and we all have home. I have nice home here, don't you think so? And you all have nice home over there. Wonderful. It's all created by our human mind. Otherwise, we will be living in some hole in the earth. That how our ancestors have been living a few 100,000 years back. Some of them even maybe 20,000 years back, 10,000 years back. So this is power of mind. And we are able to see each other and talk to each other right now here. This is also created by the power of mind. Power of mind. And we send people to the moon, not one time, not two times. And we sent people to the moon so many times, we already got fed up and we don't send people to the moon anymore. And that is also power of mind. And we are sending our machines to the Mars and far away planets, even to the sun. And it is power of the mind. And we control it here. You know, the little thing that is moving in the space so fast, thousands of kilometers per second, and we are controlling it here on Earth. And that is power of the mind. Right now, we are using our body to control it, but definitely we can improve this, and we don't have to use our body, we just use our speech. We just command, and then the machines will work. And then after that, you don't even have to use our speech. Our mind, our thought will run our machines. So that is power of the mind. So it is like this. Mind is fantastic. Okay. Now I'm talking about mind is fantastic as a lay person, as a scientific way of thinking. Scientifically, I can say mind is fantastic. Brain is fantastic, but dead body have a brain too, but that doesn't work. So brain with the mind is fantastic. So mind is fantastic. I can say that. But now, I as a Buddhist, then mind is limitless. Mind is primordially perfect. Mind is pure. Mind is ultimate. Mind is primordial, perfect, pure, limitless power, and power that will never be negative. Because when we say power, because we human beings got some small power. Long time ago, we have power of stick and stone. Then we misused them. Then after that, we developed bronze axe and bronze swords. We misused them. Then we made steel arms and swords and so on and so forth. We misused them. Then we developed all kind of weaponry, and which is improving the devastation capacity by the day, even today, up to today, and we are misusing it. We are misusing it. We are misusing our mind. We should be, if we are able to make something to kill thousands of people in a split second, how can we not create something that cure the thousands of people in a split second? How come? You know, because we misused it. Right now, we have weapons to destroy this earth 10 times, 100 times. But we don't have medicine to cure this flu. You know, the coronavirus is nothing more than a flu, but it is a new flu. Why it is new? Because we don't use our brain, we don't use our mind, we don't look ahead, we are busy making bombs, therefore we don't know coronavirus exists. I am sure. I'm not a scientist, you know that. I'm not a doctor, you know that. I am a human being with common sense of my level. You know, my level is not very high, but not very low. Far away from any kind of enlightenment, far, far away, but I can say with the full confidence that coronavirus has to be there for thousands of years. It cannot just appear out of nowhere. It always has been there. But we were not looking, therefore we couldn't find it. But we are looking how to make a big weapon to kill everybody. Therefore, we found all those ways. Now, when we are encountered with this kind of pandemics, then we panic. Because this little virus, our naked eye can't even see it. And we don't know how to deal with it. We don't even know what it is. We don't even know where it comes from. Of course, we know where it originated as the first patient, so on and so forth. But beside that, we really don't know. We just know maybe 1%, 2%, 5% of what it is and where it comes from. Other than that, we don't know. So how come? How come? Because we are not using our power of our mind. Okay? So I wanted to let you know that I respect every single 7 billion human being as the future Buddha. 7 billion future Buddha is there. Yes. But most of the future Buddha is asleep. You know? Or most of the 7 billion future Buddha is not using their power of the mind in the right direction. Okay? And I cannot talk about this excluding me, because I also did not use my power of mind efficiently. Because of that, I am not in very good health. I had to go through huge, surgery. So that is proof of not using the power of mind. If I have used the power of mind, then I will eat properly, I will do proper exercise, I will do those things properly, so I will not get sick in the first place. I don't have to go through a triple bypass surgery, you know. So that is because of I did not use my power of mind efficiently. Yes, I admit. So now I can say everybody who did not use their power of mind efficiently, then they don't even know such a thing as a coronavirus exists. And therefore, they don't even know how to treat the coronavirus patients. And they don't even know how to make a vaccination, and so on and so forth. And we call ourselves, we are very advanced and technologically advanced. We are in the 21st century. I know that, and I respect that, but at the same time, it is little bit, ingenious. I don't feel genuine to say it from my heart, because we are in 21st century and we don't even know what is coronavirus. And we know how to go to the moon, how to send a mission to the Mars, but we don't know the coronavirus. I think this is a little bit embarrassing as a member of a 21st century human being. Actually, I'm not 21st century human being. I am left over from the 20th century, you know, and yes, I'm left over from the 20th century and still hanging on in 21st century. And so this way, power of mind is very, very, very precious, and we should know and we should be convinced we have it. If we don't know that we have it, then it is as bad as we don't have it. So we have to know we have it. We have a legend. We say there is a great serpent. That serpent have a wish-fulfilling gem on its crown. But unless you have a crown that you can take off and then put on, if you have a crown that is there all the time, then you wouldn't know it is there. You wouldn't even know it is a crown. You think you have a perturbed head, so pointed head. You might not like it, but that is wish-fulfilling gem. And so it is like that. We have wish-fulfilling gem on our crown all the time, but we don't know we have it. So now I hope few of you who are listening, few of you, out of which few of you believe me, and then you don't have to believe me blindly. You just relax and calm down, because coronavirus help you to do that. So you calm down and sit down and relax and see what is there deep inside you. You are more than your flesh, blood, and bone and skin body. You are more than that. You are more than your speech. You are more than how you look. Some of you think you look very beautiful. Some of you think you look very powerful. Some of you think you doesn't look that good. So that is all your perception of your mind. But deep inside, go beyond all of that and look deep inside, then you find something that is deeper than the ocean, wider than the space, brighter than the sun, more stable than the entire universe, that goes on and on and on and on, cannot be shaken by anything. And so when you find that, you know that's what you are. And now, this time, although it is quite painful for so many people, and especially hundreds of thousands who have died and millions who are sick, very painful. And then also the business community whose productivity is really affected by this pandemic. For them it's very painful. I respect that. But let this be meaningful. Don't make this go in vain. Don't waste it. Make it meaningful. So, learn from it. And you felt, oh my goodness, every day I'm losing billions of dollars. Oh my goodness, I might get sick. Oh my goodness, I used to go to that pub every Saturday, but I didn't go there for so many Saturdays and I miss it. Oh my goodness, I used to see my friends so many times, my children, but everyone is in different places. I miss them. So this is caused by one invisible, you cannot see with naked eye, invisible virus. So this way you look at your potential of your mind. Okay. Now, one thing I can tell you is if you calm down physically by orally calm down. Don't talk too much and actually take the vow of silence for 1 hour. The verbal silence. Then try to sit still for long as possible. For some people 5 minutes, for some people 1 hour, for some people 3-4 hours. It depends on how much you are used to doing meditation. And then when your speech, the breathing, the body activity silence and calm down, then your mind. And your mind calm down. When we meditate, many times people think we're not supposed to think. That is very, very strange. Because saying that now I wanted to meditate, that is thinking. So if you don't think, how do you start? You have to think. But you don't think nonsense. You stop thinking nonsense. What you're supposed to think, you think. So when you calm down and sit down and you relax, you have to think, now I have to relax. Now I feel relaxed. Now my shoulders are relaxed. Now my spine is relaxed. Now my jaw relaxes. Now my eyes relax. And when everything relaxes, then my brain relaxes. you know. Brain is not mind, but mind functions through everything, but it is the headquarter of the mind. That is the brain. Brain is the center of the mind. So through there the mind functions. And we have in Tantric Buddhism Nirmanadi. The top of the Nirmanadi is the top of the crown. That's where the brain is, you know. And so that is, last thing is relax your brain. And when you are able to relax your brain, then everything that is connected to your brain become relaxed. All of you, the most of you, 99% of the individuals who are listening today to me and watching me are educated people. Educated means modern educated people. So you believe in science. So when you are able to relax your brain, don't you think it will affect your eye, your ear, your lung, your heart, your liver, your guts, every nerve, every aspect of a neurological system, everything? Will it affect or not? It will. It will. So, last thing is you relax your brain. And then you feel calm. Now, after that, then your mind is relaxed. Because your mind is agitated and your mind is confused because of your body, speech, and brain habits. And you develop all kind of habits. I know people who smoke cigarettes, and when they don't have their cigarette, they become very nervous and almost dysfunctional. And those who take alcohol, when they don't have their alcohol, they become dysfunctional. Those who take drugs, when they don't have their drugs, they become dysfunctional. And then that is one level. This everybody, almost everybody recognize these are the wrong things. But millions and millions of people involved in those things, and they think this is right thing, I guess. And then next thing is power. People who used to have so much power, and people used to have so much money. And these people, when they feel their power is shaken, they feel very uncomfortable. When they feel, and not only feel, they can see their bank balance is really rolling very, very fast. Like slot machine, you know, the numbers are running very, very fast. I don't mean adding more zeros, but adding more numbers and less zeros. Then they feel uncomfortable. And so this is pretty much the same thing. how other people who involved in bad things like drinking, drugs, affected, and also those others who have addiction to or used to power and wealth get addicted or affected. How it affects is pretty much the same. With due respect for everyone, what I'm coming down to the point here is it's all mind. We have a saying, if a person whose mind is complete, he is the richest person. So how can you have a complete sense of mind that is contentment? If you are content, you are rich. If you are not content, no matter how much you have, you are not rich. Now the power. It is security. There's many things, but one of the very important factor is security. Money and power both. So when you feel secure, then you are very powerful. You feel secure. No matter who says what, everybody respects you or nobody respects you, doesn't matter. You're at peace because you feel secure. There is a prayer in Vajradhara Tantra. It says, samsara, which is non-existent, and it is illusion. Therefore, I have no fear to live in it, to help all the countless mother sentient beings who live in it with fear, to help them. It is like there is an ongoing horror movie that goes on for 100 years. And the image is showing on every mountain, every field, everywhere. And everyone is scared and screaming and running. But you know it is just a movie. You know it is just a cinematography. So you are happy to sit there and be in that movie for 1 year. That goes on for 1 year, then you are happy to be there for 1 year to tell everyone, this is a movie. This actor I know, he is a very good man. He don't kill people, he don't eat people. So he is my friend. He is even a vegetarian. And things like that, you know, to say these things and help these people. I don't mind to live among these scared people and walk around for 1 year until the end of the movie, because I know it is illusion. So the Vajradhara Tantra is very deep. It is not as simple as that. But what it is saying is, samsara is illusion. Every aspect of suffering in samsara is an illusion, but a serious illusion. It is a result of one's own karma. So if you have thrown up a rock will fall on your head. If you thrown up a flower will fall on your head. You know, if you threw up a bucket of red paint will fall on your head. If you threw up a bucket of clean water will fall down on your head. Like this, it is karma. But it is nothing more than that, nothing less than that. So it is an illusion. It is an illusion created by oneself. Therefore, I am happy to be among everyone who don't know it is an illusion and take it for real and scared to death. I wanted to help them and I wanted to remain with them. I have no fear to remain with them because I know it is illusion. Not because I am brave, or because I know it is illusion. So this is coming from Vajrasattva Tantra, part of a particular actually practice. Kurwa dame jume ranjin la, danin jikpa cheyang manchite, marik chewo namje tuen le tu, chintar tuke pardo ne parto. So these are the 4 lines which describes this particular point. So this is the power of the mind. And now all of you have so many problems, I know. And some of you take your problems very seriously. Some of you don't take your problems seriously. And some of you think it is a problem, but actually it is a good thing, but you think it is a problem. Then even good things become a problem. So this way, now all of you, if you really look at everything, then you get the assurance that your mind cannot be affected by anything. If you calm down, then most of the confusion and your anxiety is gone. If you calm down, it is gone. Then there is quite a few things that doesn't go away, even you're calm. Then with calm state of mind, you know how to deal with them. If you are hysterical, you cannot deal with anything. If you are calm, you can deal with things. You have greater capacity to deal with things when you are calm. So that is one part of the power of mind. Okay. Now, as a Buddhist, we know that on this earth, 4 individuals reach Buddhahood. Millions reach enlightenment, but 4 reach Buddhahood. And now these 4 Buddha, our Buddha Shakyamuni is number 4. So before that, in Tibetan language, Sangje Vesung. Before that, I think in Sanskrit it's a Dipankar, I think. Before that, it is Situpa. Before that, it is Korwanjik. Okay. Now, each one of them are just a human being like us, just a sentient being like us, thousands of eons in the past. So how did the first Buddha on this planet Earth started his journey? Okay. So he saw other people who are tormented and who are in fear. He protected them. And he saw an enlightened Buddha who is able to protect those beings who are in fear. And he took a vow, may I become like you in order to protect all of those who are in fear, oppressed and fearful. Then that is his bodhicitta. After many eons of practice, he became the first Buddha on this planet Earth. That is many million years back, but rough calculation, according to quite few texts, it is 8 million years ago. So the first Buddha. And then second Buddha, Situpa. He took hard work as his path. So he saw a Buddha of that time who took everybody's burden onto himself, and he suffered on their behalf. And so on that way, he is helping so many beings. So he got so inspired. So then he took vow, may I reach enlightenment like you, so that I will be able to take everybody's pain and suffering onto myself and help them all reach liberation. Make them all free from their pain and suffering. Then, after many eons of practice, he reached Buddhahood. So that is Situpa. Now, the Dipankar, Husung. So now this is that enlightenment of the second Buddha is about 6 million years ago, around. And then Dipankar. So he saw an enlightened Buddha who have so much tolerance. So he tolerated anything, all the abuse, everything. So that all the abusers become so blessed and inspired, so that they become liberated from their neurosis. Because who will abuse other people are very neurotic people and very unevolved people, very ignorant people, very ignorant sentient being. So he took that upon himself to let them know that this is stupid. And that way he made them attain Buddhahood. And then now this Buddha Dipankar, he took the bodhicitta, saying that, may I become like this Buddha, to take everybody's negativity and abuse, so that make them wake up. And I have heard lots of stories from the West. So many great people in the West. Some time back, there were very powerful abusers and slave traders and all kind of people like that. And all of a sudden, they realize how terrible it is. And then they even written songs, and they even, gave up everything and start their positive journey out of it. So this kind of thing can happen. So that is, so after taking that bodhicitta, then Dipankar reached Buddhahood. That is about 2 million years ago. And now, Buddha Shakyamuni, he have seen a Buddha who is walking in the street with nothing, absolutely nothing. And everybody is making offering for him, and he only take what he can eat. And that's all. So he was so inspired, and all those people who managed to offer a food and get this connection, they all become transformed and liberated. Then he was a beggar. Buddha Shakyamuni was a beggar that time. And he just got a bowl of food, something that he can eat. So he was so inspired. He offered that food to that Buddha, and he said from his heart, "May I become like you to help all mother sentient beings just like you do." That is generosity. So then after many, many eons, then he was born as a Prince Siddhartha and attained Buddhahood under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India, 2,600 years back. So, you see, all of these great enlightened ones, all of these 4 Buddhas of our planet, of our eon, each one of them started with one aspect of human activity and transformed through the positive aspect of that. But all of that involve the power of mind. May I become like that one who liberates everyone through that particular activity, that particular practice. And then that is bodhicitta. No sentient being is excluded. So all of the Buddhas will continue until the last sentient being reach the Buddhahood. Doesn't matter how long it will take. It can take billions and billions and billions of eons. It's okay. Because as the Vajrasattva texts say, after all, it's all illusion. So like this. And this shows the power of mind of each one of these 4 individuals who became 4 of the Buddha of our eon on this planet Earth. And there will be 1,000 Buddha on this planet Earth. So out of them, these are the 4. So now, so many people, maybe this is a little difficult to swallow, the numbers and times and all of that. But I think you can if you want to, because each one of you wear a watch or each one of you carry a mobile phone that have a watch in it, and dates and watch and second and minutes and everything on it. So I think you can relate to it very well. And you don't want to, that's another story, but you know how to relate to it. So that is like this. It's all power of mind. Now, how then, if we all have that kind of power, our mind power is like this, then how come so many sentient beings are still suffering on earth? I must tell you, the sentient beings who are suffering on earth that we can see and we heard of, a very small, tiny number. Human beings we can count. It is less than 8 billion. You know, that is not countless. Less than 8 billion is very countable. Yeah. There is so many people on this earth who have more than 10 times of $8 billion or 8 billion pounds or 8 billion rupees or 8 billion euros, you know. So easy to count. It's not difficult to count. So only 8 billion human beings on this earth, not countless. It is not uncomprehendable. We can comprehend. Then each mountain or each plain have that many creatures in a form of insects and rodents and so on and so forth. And then our body inside, each one of us have how many beings in a form of all kind of tiny micro life. Each one of us are like an entire mountain. So this way, it is not uncomprehendable. And now we think of this. Our planet Earth is one of the 100 million solar system of our galaxy. And our galaxy is just a one little dot in the greater space. And it is all filled with sentient beings of all kind. We cannot see does not mean it's not there. I can prove it to you. We did not see coronavirus, but it is very much there. Now we are looking for it. And sometimes we can see it, sometimes we don't see it, and we can't even know what is the head of the coronavirus, what is the tail of coronavirus, what is the food of the coronavirus. We don't know. That's why we don't find the vaccine and medicine. You know, there's so many, countless. And this is what Buddha say. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Form is none other than emptiness. Emptiness is none other than form. So everything is happening relatively. Nothing is happening ultimately. Okay? So all of you really should appreciate and cherish the most powerful thing, which is your essence inside you. Okay. Now, last part. I leave the worst thing at the last part. Okay. In this world, we had First World War, Second World War, very, very bad. So many human beings have died, and in a very, 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 very terrible way. Then in between so many things, even wars are happening right now. So many things are happening. And all of that is the misuse of the power of mind. That is started from one mind. One person have started it. All the problems, big problems, started by one person. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to research on it. The historians know it very well. All these great universities, they have hundreds and hundreds of very learned, noble historians, and they know how did everything start. If you really, really go back, it goes to one person's mind. And one person's mind, if it goes in the wrong way, what can happen? First World War happened. Second World War happened. And all the famines and wars and religious disharmony and ideological disharmony and racial disharmonies right now happening all started from the mind. Nothing grew up from the ground like a mushroom after a heavy rain and strong sun. Not like that. It is all coming from the mind. Okay. Now, what kind of mind, what part of mind that is causing all of this? Very simple. Ultimate of mind is Buddha. Perfect. Even the worst person that you can think of, his or her ultimate essence is Buddha. Perfect. But not knowing that is what we call ignorance. So there's a synonym. Ignorance, ego, and self, and I, they are synonym. They are different names for the same thing, different words to describe the same thing. So, long as I call myself I, not right now I have to because it's a convenience sake, otherwise we can't communicate, you know. But if I call myself I, very seriously and solidly and neurotically, then that is the ego, beginning of the ego, formation of the ego. It is an illusion. It's not there. When you look at your own eye, my friends, I don't mean to point my fingers at you, but this is a habit, you know, sorry. Like this, you know, please look at your own eye. Where is your eye? Where is it? It is in your brain, or it is in your heart, or where is it? Or is it in your tijori? I mean, tijori is an Indian word. In your safe, you know, in your safe where you keep the money and important documents. You know, is it in your tijori? Where is it? Excuse me. So you cannot find, it's not there. But then when we when you don't investigate, when we don't come down and look at it, it is there. Me, you know. Then you will say, I am so and so. Then others, when they wanted to get something from you, they somehow play game at you, and they pretend to be afraid of you, this and that. Then you think they're really afraid of me, you know. Then you puff up your chest and talk big. And then after some time, people really get scared of you, because then you will do scary things, you know. in the past, in history, I heard that some of these people chops people's head off. So if you have seen your colleague's head got chopped off, then you will be very careful. So then it will not become just like try to please somebody. It will really be out of fear. Then it becomes part of the habit. And then when these things like that, then for this person, then he or she is something very, very special. Something very, very special, coming from above, coming from below. It is representing this, representing that. And so therefore, this person becomes so deluded. And then everybody supports that delusion from all directions. Then that delusion becomes so solid and so solid. Then there is a delusion uniform and a delusion hat and a delusion, delusion this and delusion that, and so many things built around the delusion. So that person becomes like some sort of the theist religion. According to the theist religion, they look like some kind of god, and they play God. Then everybody listens to them. Then war starts. Then one war is won. Then a second war starts. And then that is won. Then third war starts. And that is lost. Then everybody's ego is hurt. So then they will do their best to start the fourth war and make sure that they win. And they can, because others, they manage to defeat them. They're a little bit relaxed. Then these ones who lost, they become so angry, and they come with the full force. Then they win like this. Then all kind of wars throughout the history, everywhere, and humans killing humans, and no hesitation to do anything to other fellow human beings, and all kind of things, tortures and killings and robbings and whatnot. So all of these things coming from that uncontrolled, deluded mind. That is, power of mind went wrong. But power of mind, real power of mind, is positive. Compassion, real power of mind is compassion. In so many of His Holiness Dalai Lama's teaching, he talked about compassion, right? So power of the human being's nature is compassion. We all can see it. We all can see it. And the nature of human being is compassion. Therefore, this kind of aggression, this kind of negative aspect of ego will not last. So all those big wars, they did not last. They fell apart at the end. If you fight, how many times you can win? You win one time, you win two times, then you use your right hand so many times to hit with the sword, then it becomes old, Then all the muscles get torn, and then here and there, and you develop rheumatism and all kinds of things. And after some time, your right hand will get chopped. And then that will be the beginning of the end of your war. You see, that is just an example. So it cannot last. So at the end, it will be for nothing. So many millions of people die for absolutely nothing. People still like to say they died for something great, and then still they wanted to continue this kind of wars and everything, but actually they died for nothing. They died for make more wars, which is not good. So I'm not saying the world will have end of all of this. I'm not saying this, but individually, you and I, each one of us can have end of it. On this planet, 4 Buddha already reached the end of it. Each one of them liberated millions and millions of sentient beings to reach the end of it. Under Buddha Shakyamuni, starting from Lord Maitreya, Guru Padmasambhava, so on and so forth, until now, Milarepa, so on and so forth, hundreds and thousands, millions of individuals who reach the end of it, who reach the absolute liberation. So that will happen in an individual level. As a group level, I don't want to say unauspicious things, but it will take a long, long time, unimaginable long time for our calculation. Our calculation will break if we count how much time will it take for all sentient beings to reach Buddhahood. But it will happen, of course. Nothing is permanent. It will happen, but it will be a very long time. But each one of us, we can help some number of people. 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000. Right now, Earth have less than 8 billion people. If they are helped by 1%, will be very good. Each one of them become 1% more aware of their power of mind. And each one of them become 1% aware of the benefit of positiveness and compassion. You know, compassion is extremely important. Compassion is a natural thing. You see, wolf, whose diet is absolute meat, and but wolf will never eat its own baby, rather starve, and it will feed the baby with its own food, even it is starving. So that is compassion. Compassion is nature. We are nurtured by our parents when we are helpless and hopeless, and we are actually based on compassion. We survive with compassion. If there's no compassion, we don't survive. We don't survive by aggression. If large percentage of people and sentient beings around us are aggressive, we will not survive. It will be like a zombie apocalypse, you know? So it will be like that if all around are not compassionate. But more people around are compassionate, we thrive, we survive. We will be prosperous, we will be very happy. The world should be a compassionate world. And then people who are not compassionate should be a minority, so that the majority can influence them and help them to become more compassionate. That is the power of the mind. Okay? So all the best for all of you, all my friends. I did not quote from the sacred text of Buddha or sacred text of great masters because I wanted to talk to you directly. Having said that, everything that I have said it is actually, whether I quote or not, it is the essence of those teachings that I have received, so it is from there. It is the teachings of my gurus, it is the teachings of the Buddha, it is all the great texts which I have learned, it is coming from that. And you are perfect. You are the future Buddha. I put my hands together for you because I see your ultimate as future Buddha. But each of you have some work to do. Some of you have a little bit of ego, some of you have a little bit of greed, some of you have a little bit of jealousy, some of you have a little bit of unnecessary rubbish going on, so you have to handle them. Okay? All the best. And so Buddha bless you. Buddha bless your body, Buddha bless your speech, and on top of everything, Buddha bless your mind. How do Buddha bless your mind? Is Buddha is living inside you. You are the temple of Buddha. So Buddha inside is right now sleeping. So I pray that Buddha wake up and then shine through you. Okay? And function through your activities. All right. I think time is up. I talked a little bit too long, but I think I meant well, and I hope all of you got something. And I am okay here. My teacher is now 99 years old. He's okay here. And I know that all of you okay there. So don't get carried away. Just relax. Stay at home. Don't do unnecessary things. Don't run around unnecessarily. And keep social distancing. And also eat healthy food and don't do unnecessary things so that you will be strong and you will be okay. We have to be here on this earth to help all sentient beings. And I am quite sure this pandemic might repeat in the winter. So we have to be very careful to get used to how to handle with this situation. And I pray, and we all should pray, that our dear doctors, they will find, and scientists, they will find vaccine for it. They will, definitely. They should find it before the winter. If not, before the next winter, okay? So if it goes on for too many years, I think we might break down. So before the next winter, the vaccine should be there. But so more difficult for us to get these things. Right now, because of the lack of knowledge, lack of familiarity, we are very vulnerable. We have to wear our hand gloves, we have to wear our goggle, we have to wear our mask. So these things are inconvenient, but we have to bear this. And I hope they at least find something that we can take, that we don't have to do those things. But then vaccine will be the answer. But I don't want to be negative, but I tell you in advance, my friends, don't get too excited if we have the vaccine. Something else will come, because there's so many things we don't know. So many things. Now, now we are quite thick-headed, you know. We got this so many pandemics in the past, one after another, and so many people died. We still don't learn. We have Ebola, we have SARS, we have MERS, now we have Corona, and then we have AIDS. Still we have no vaccine for it. So all kind of things, you know, there will be so many more things coming. It is not coming. We are discovering. It is sign of our let's say, development, our progress. We recognize them. And so then we will handle them one by one. So I want all of you to be very careful with everything, and especially don't eat things that are not edible. Okay? All the best. Okay. Let us dedicate the merit of this teaching for the benefit of all sentient beings. So all the translators, thank you very much for bearing with me. And thank you for making connection between me and everyone. Otherwise, I will be talking to myself. So your translation is very important. And all the organizers, thank you for putting us together. It is good for me to share what I have, and good for you to listen to what I have to say, because this is coming from my gurus, coming from Lord Buddha's teachings, from sincere heart. So thank you for everything. And then above all, live long life, long meaningful life, and be the good human being to make this world a better place. For that we dedicate. Osanam de tamje zipa tamne nyebe danam pamje jegana je balap trupa ye siben sole Drowa sho Jambalapavi Chitra Chembat Kundu Zangbo Deyang Dejin Deda Kunje Jesu Dalabji Yawan Deda Tamche Rabdu Mo Sanje Kusum Nibe Chinlap Tang Chuni Minjuru Dembe Chinlap Tang Gendum Michin Dumbe Chinlapji Chitap Ngowa Malam Drupal Sho. I have 2 words to say after the dedication. Yeah? Okay. If you have your fingernail too long, don't cut your finger, cut your fingernail. That is your ego. Okay? Don't cut your self-esteem, cut your ego. Okay? And also, you know, one finger to wipe your tear is greater than 1,000,000 hands that claps for you. Okay? So, I hope you understand what I mean. All the best.